Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the SmackDown Ring Report on the Pro Wrestling Show. What a SmackDown will. We reviewed the blue brand as Universal Undisputed Champion. Roman Reigns makes a rare appearance back on SmackDown again since his first time defense against Riddle. But things change as Theory started the show with the ad promo, a segment that he is the new Mr. Money in the Bank and he could be cashing in on Roman Reigns one way or another. We'll get to that. Plus, Gunther starts his Intercontinental title open. I guess Gunther's trying to make an example. Who steps up? We'll talk about that coming up here, as well as the Maximum Male models again. They're gonna celebrate. They're gonna be showcasing their tennis wear collection. This gets weirder and weirder on SmackDown each and every week. And plus, two, Lacey Evans is sick and tired of the disrespect. She feels like she's been doing it all and she's not getting enough respect. That's like Rodney Dangerfield, if you ask me. Crap. having technical difficulties and stuff. Um, so sorry. We're glad you're back with us or staying on the air. Thank you all for watching. All right. So we're gonna get started with the pro wrestling show. We see Lacey Evans and stuff. We're gonna start the SmackDown Ring Report, and it starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. Present the SmackDown Ring Report. As you see, Lacey Evans right here. We're sorry we had little technical difficulties and stuff, but thanks for bracing and bearing with us at this time. First thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show here on Connect TV on YouTube and on other social media accounts such as Facebook and Twitch. We thank you all for watching, but like I said, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show here on Connect and hit that subscribe button so you won't be notified, so you won't miss a thing. All right, we kicked SmackDown off. We thought we was gonna kick SmackDown off with Liv Morgan, but the Universal Champion, the Undisputed Champion, Roman Reigns made a rare appearance. Roman Reigns, who hasn't been on SmackDown in quite some time, almost like 2 weeks, made his rare appearance. Roman talked about his upcoming match at SummerSlam. Roman will be facing the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar in a last man standing match. We thought the feud at WrestleMania was it, but I guess this feud continues on growing and growing into zillions and zillions of ways. Well, Paul Heyman, the special counsel to the Universal Champion, warned Roman that Brock Lesnar is intent. When Brock Lesnar is in a corner, Brock Lesnar likes to fight and fight. So it could be the possibility. Roman will meet Brock at SummerSlam. There's a lot going on with that. Also, too, Theory waiting in the wings. Theory, who had his money in a briefcase, standing around, making sure Roman looks and see that he could be cashing in on either Roman or Brock, whoever leaves SummerSlam as Universal Champion. Theory wants those 2 belts, but you had to wonder, would Theory cash in on one of the belts or both of the belts? Knowing WWE, they would want Theory to cash in on one of the belts, not both belts. It's just too much of a responsibility. But I can see Theory making a splash on whoever that may be. We just have to see and hear and stuff who that's going to be. But Roman Reigns made a rare appearance on SmackDown. He will defend his championship at SummerSlam against this man, Brock Lesnar. So we look forward to seeing that match at SummerSlam. Also, too, the new and improved Vicious Viking Raiders were in action. They took on Jinder Mahal and Shanky and beat them both to a bloody pulp. It just like Jinder Mahal just went from WWE champion to now jobber in an instant. And then they did the same thing with the Viking Raiders, and the Viking Raiders are trying to be more vicious than ever before. The Viking Raiders want to turn their attention to the New Day, who when you know the New Day saying that the Viking Raiders didn't get the job done, and New Day saying they want to show the Viking Raiders something that prove to them that they can take butt whoopings and stuff. The New Day got destroyed once again by the Viking Raiders. The Viking Raiders leaving a message to the New Day that we're coming for you. We're coming for you viciously. I like this new and improved Viking Raiders leaving the New Day out and laid out in the middle of the ring. It's been like the second week in a row. The New Day been ducked between their legs and their tails. We'll have to see how this all going to play out at the end of that. Also, too, Intercontinental Champion Gunther. Gunther was in action. Gunther wanted an open challenge. Anyone that could step up and challenge Gunther. And you see, lo and behold, as you see, Shinsuke Nakamura accepted the challenge. Shinsuke Nakamura took on Gunther, was about to take on Gunther, but he took on Luke Gunther's assistant, his assistant Luke Kaiser, in a match. And Luke Kaiser got a birthday treat, all right, for real. Luke Kaiser trying to show that picture. Luke Kaiser celebrated his birthday, and I guess it was a way for Luke Kaiser to get in the ring with Shinsuke Nakamura. But at the end, Luke Nakamura won the match over Luke Kaiser and earned himself a Intercontinental Championship, probably match down the road, whenever that may be. Shinsuke Nakamura, they thought he was going to be back in the World Championship contention, but he was just not too strong enough for the world title. Luke Kaiser, right here, celebrating his birthday, got destroyed. Gunther, mad and upset, started to chop Luke Kaiser and punish Luke Kaiser for not defeating Shinsuke Nakamura and made an example out of him on his birthday and stuff. Hey, the guy just wrestled on his birthday. What more do you want? And stuff. Luke Kaiser kind of not listening to Gunther, and Luke Kaiser took the chop that Gunther told him that you should have got the job done, and Gunther making an example out of Luke Kaiser. But hey, only time will tell on that, on what's going on. Is this going to be the disintegration between these two? You can tell Luke Kaiser is going to one day find the courage to fight Gunther. It just won't be right now, as you can tell and see stuff. So, you know how that be. Also, too, Max Dupree, well, like we call himself or whatever we want to call himself, him and his male models, Mansoor and Face. I'm not finna name them that name or whatever they want to call themselves and stuff. They did their tennis wear collection. Like I said, people are already gonna speculate and think it's kind of a little feminine in a way. Mace Mansoor wearing tennis collection. I guess this is just trying to irritate the crowd and irritate the fan on what's going on with them. But that's their business. That's their scheme of things when you look at it and stuff. So maximum male models, I guess. Also, too, women's champion Liv Morgan. As you can see right here, Liv Morgan, the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan, made her appearance on SmackDown. We know that Liv defeated this woman right here, Ronda Rousey, to win the Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey made quick work of Natalya, and Ronda Rousey told Liv Morgan that she is coming for the Women's Championship one way or another. So Liv Morgan better watch herself. Liv Morgan, the new SmackDown Women's Champion, being cornered by Natalya and Ronda Rousey and stuff. So it's just a lot going on with that. We can tell, and we'll see on how. Ronda Rousey will get her opportunity at SummerSlam. I don't know if she's gonna make. She's telling her she's gonna make an example out of Liv. What she did when she took the tie away from her. That's what she's gonna do to her. But Liv Morgan got a lot on her plate coming up. In the meanwhile, speaking of women's division, Lacey Evans was supposed to be in a tag team match. Lacey Evans, who's trying to get something going, like trying to get folks to root for her. Folks started booing her, and she came back and forth trying to get her entrance together. Folks still booed her. Lacey Evans decided to take her frustrations out on Aaliyah and gave Aaliyah the woman's right. And she just knocked her out. I don't know what's going on with that. But you can tell Lacey Evans and Aaliyah are going to be heading towards, you know what, down the road. But Lacey Evans demands respect from the audience. And you kind of tell Lacey Evans was going to bring that out eventually in one way or another. And Lacey Evans did so tonight on SmackDown. This could be something down the road for her. If I was WWE, put her against Liv Morgan if she can get through Ronda, and Ronda take the title from Lacey Evans. That's the natural fit. I don't know how Charlotte gonna fit in all this equation, but you can tell that should be Liv Morgan's next challenger, not Natalya and Ronda Rousey. Natalya and Ronda Rousey need to fight somebody else and live a fight another day. You ask me. Um, Also too, the Usos. The Usos are in contention. They defend their tag team titles against the Street Profits, but the Usos feeling cocky, and they should. You know, the Usos done what they did. The Usos, you know how that be. They feel like the Street Profits need to end, so they give them the Street Profits one more last chance at SummerSlam to defeat them. And the controversy, Kayla Braxton trying to instigate what she was trying to do, but the Usos was not paying attention to Kayla Braxton. The Usos will defend this tag team championship against the Street Profits. A lot of people are saying the Street Profits are going to break up down the road. We just have to wait and see on that if the Street Profits will do something. But I believe the Usos are a strong tag team. Street Profits strong too, but I think the Usos are more stronger. The Usos have more lenience and more credibility. So look for the Usos to continue their feud with the Street Profits. And I'll tell you at the SummerSlam, predict the outcome, who's going to emerge in a couple of weeks from now. And we talked about finally the main event. The main event was, and I mean the main event. If we can pull up the main event, pull the main event. Sheamus. Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior. Sheamus took on Drew McIntyre. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Damn it. Sorry about that, folks. We're still having technical issues. You see right here, Sheamus. We're gonna get done with the show. Sheamus went against this man, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus both competing. Who's going to clash at the castle to meet whoever the undisputed champion? I think Roman Reigns will still be the undisputed champion. Who's going to meet Roman Reigns at Cash at the Castle? Well, we kind of figured that they was going to hold this match back, and I was like, why they didn't do this for SummerSlam? But the match went on. Drew took on Sheamus's Butch, Sheamus's minion Butch, and Drew defeated Butch. But Drew wants a piece of Sheamus, and he wants Sheamus bad. And I can see this match happening at Clash at the Castle. Look for that match at SummerSlam between these two. Both of them from Nashville, so they both going to show out in SummerSlam and Nashville. So look for Sheamus and Drew McIntyre to go at it. This is far from over between these two men. All right, that ends the SmackDown Ring Report. We're gonna move quickly to wrestling hot topics as we quickly found out Mr. McMahon has another allegation. I mean, this is ridiculous now. And he stepped down as the chairman CEO of WWE. I mean, they're saying that he is skyrocketing. Another Wall Street Journal report saying that Mr. McMahon paid more hush money to more women on one woman who was on the roster, and then it's just real crazy. Vince McMahon, the owner of WWE, he still has control of interest. So how are you gonna vote him out? You gonna have to kick him out or something. Many people start pointing at Mickey James and other folks. I don't think Mickey James got nothing to do with that, but I don't know. But Vince McMahon, even his Netflix deal getting kaboosh. This is getting more ridiculous. Him paying folks for oral sex and stuff. Um, yeah, yeah. Sorry about that, folks. This comes out, but we're gonna make it quick and short and sweet. Um, I don't know to say about Vince McMahon. He was a true pioneer in the world of sports entertainment. Fuck it. Vince McMahon with the sexual allegations. More to this story. Hopefully, we'll get to the latest sometime next week on the pro. Technical difficulties. So join us this weekend, the next week for the Pro Wrestling Show. Thank you all, and y'all have a good weekend.